in this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna break down step by step what it actually takes to grow and scale your agency to that 6-figure per month mark. If you're an agency owner and you want to actually grow and scale, build, do all that stuff, this is gonna be an absolute masterclass for you. So this is gonna be actionable. You're gonna get some golden nuggets from this. And if you can take the action, you will see the results and hopefully hit that 6-figure per month mark. So let's just get right into it. First step of what it really takes to scale to $100,000 per month is having a irresistible offer. So what happens a lot of times is agencies, when they're growing and scaling, they'll start to say yes to everything, and it ends up being really confusing for the customer, and they can't scale because they're just bottlenecking their growth essentially by saying yes to everything, or they have an offer that's just not actually value driven. So first things first, we want to identify the who. What is our niche? Who are we helping? After we have the who determined, then we want to figure out what are they struggling with? What are their pain points? And what you need to determine then is what do they desire? So all we need to do from an offer perspective is we need to figure out how do I get them from A to B? What are these steps that's going to get my customers from pain to their desire, which is likely going to be more business? This becomes your offer. This is how it needs to be framed in order for you to actually be able to scale to that $100,000 per month. You're not going to be able to scale because if you're not actually providing results to clients, you're not going to continue to get new clients. Okay, that's number one. And then two, if you don't have a repeatable way to get them from where they are to where they want to go, like it's going to be an operational freaking nightmare. And what we need to do is we just need to come up with a price that is profitable for our offering. We're basically going to take every single step of the offer and we're going to figure out, if I were to delegate everything in this offer, what would that look like? What we just need to do is we need to define who's doing what and how long is it going to take them. So we can say, I'm going to have a role of a strategist. They're going to do this step. They're going to do this step. They're going to do this step. Maybe we have a VA do this. And these are just hypothetical steps, obviously. Maybe we have an editor do this. Maybe we have a media buyer. Maybe we have the strategist do this step too. Maybe we have social media manager doing this, and we have a VA doing this. Now what we need to determine is how much does it cost to pay these people to do this, and how many hours is it going to take them to do. So let's just say strategist, they're going to be 5 hours total, and it's going to be $50 an hour. VA, that's going to be 4 hours total, and that's going to be $10 an hour. Editor, 10 hours total at, let's just do $20 an hour. Media buyer, 3 hours total at $50 an hour. And then let's do social media manager, 8 hours total equals, let's just do $15 an hour. So we're just going to do some quick math here to come up with our cost of goods sold. 760 is our cost of goods sold. So what we want to do is we want to multiply this by at least 3, which would give us $2,280. Let's just round her up to $2,280 retail. I would do something like a $7,000 pay in full or $2,500 a month for 3 months. Of course, that's probably how I would frame something like this. That is going to be $1,740 in profit per month. And then the other thing that we want to look at is team size. Strategist, so they could handle 26 clients. VA, they could handle 35 clients. Editor, so it'd be 15 clients. Media buyer equals, I'm just gonna do 40 clients. Social media manager, let's just call it 18 clients. So now what we can do is we can now manage, okay, what's the max capacity of our team essentially? The goal would be 30 clients because that's what we could manage with like the team that we have forecasted where everybody is operating at pretty much full capacity. And what that would look like is you'd have a strategist, a VA, 2 editors, a media buyer, and 2 social media managers. So this is really good data because this says with this team, for it to be a full operational company, everybody's full, 30 clients would be the max. So if we do 30 clients at 2,200 times 30, there's $68,000 per month in revenue essentially. What your goal should be then, if you want to get over $100,000, would you just double that bad boy? And now your revenue becomes $136,800. And that should be basically the goal that we look for. And that healthily would give us profit of $100,000 in profit. So it'd be mad profitable based off of the math that we're doing. That is the offer. Next is going to be marketing. What a lot of people do when they're starting to grow and scale their agency is they work a lot off of word of mouth and referrals, or don't really have a predictable way to get new clients. And oftentimes it becomes like a little bit of feast and famine. When I think about marketing, the main thing that I'm trying to create is simply a predictable channel where I can predictably get new clients on repeat. So we want to make sure our marketing provides predictable outcomes. And there's really two ways that we could do this. One is going to be inbound, which is what I would call like ads. And how we do this is simply the what we call the authority funnel. Basically what we're doing is we have a couple different ads going up. We have a follow ad. We're saying, hey, if you're a chiropractor looking to add 4 to 5 new clients every single week, but you're struggling to get in front of the right people, you're struggling to sell your high ticket service, whatever it could be, go ahead and give me a follow here on Instagram where I show chiropractors just like you how to blah, 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 blah. What they do is they follow you and that allows you to nurture. Next is going to be DM ads. What we're doing is we're creating ads that are DMing for a specific lead magnet or to learn more about the services that you can offer. Basically creating a conversation inside of Instagram DMs, which is a very advantageous way to start a relationship and have conversations with people in the direct messages. And lastly would be retargeting. So basically anybody who follows you, anybody who messages you, anybody who views your profile, we can then send ads to them and we can then target the people that are seeing your stuff. What we do here is from Instagram, essentially, we will install an appointment setter and the appointment setter will set appointments to a call and they will close on the call. So we can assume this would produce about $20 per lead, which is a pretty good number. Next one would be Outbound. I love Outbound just because it's super scalable. We use a tool called Instantly, and basically inside of Instantly, we are sending cold emails at scale. So for this, like a couple steps is one, like list building, either buy a list, I'm gonna have a VA build a list, or I'm gonna use software to give me a list. Then what we're going to do is we're going to write really good copy for these lists. We're going to use specific angles for each specific list that we're getting and write a specific email to them. What we want to make sure is that it's a one-to-one feeling and it's not a one-to-many. It's not an email blast. It makes it feel like a personalized email. And basically the format here, just for the anatomy of a good cold email, is personalized line, and then we have which is basically your offer. Then we have a guarantee, and then we have call to action. So this should be your copy inside of your cold email campaign. And then we automate this whole thing. So basically what you don't want to do is you don't want to plug in your email inside of Instantly and then all of a sudden you're getting flagged as spam and you're like have limits on it. So what we want to do is we want to buy a domain and we want to buy 3 emails per domain. And then with those emails, we can send up to 50 a day. So if you want to get 10 domains, then you'll be able to send 1,500 emails every single day. And then it's automated instantly. They'll send the emails for you, goes into Unibox, gives you really good statistics. So this expectation, we should do like a 2% reply rate. And then from there, maybe around 40% positive replies. And then maybe you book 20% of the positive replies. And that would be the KPIs that I would aim for from a marketing perspective. Once we get that dialed in, the next thing that we're needing to optimize for is the sales. We want to master the art of turning a cold prospect into a sold prospect. And that comes from systems, processes. That is what's going to allow you to actually scale, repeat it, hire closers, hire a team underneath of you. So there's going to be a little bit of a journey that we want to take our customers through to ensure that we can get them from cold to sold. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to have a VSL landing page where somebody can book a call with you after watching the VSL. Essentially, it could be like a 5-minute VSL. And then what we want to make sure that we have in place is appointment reminders. I would do a couple of things and the appointment reminders. I'll do 48, 24, 2 hour. And in these reminders, I'm gonna start feeding them case studies. I'm gonna feed them videos. I'm gonna send them copy about, hey, super excited to talk to you. We just helped this person achieve this. Here's a YouTube case study of how we did it. Please be sure to watch this before our call. And we're making sure that they're watching these videos. They have a really good understanding so that when they do come on the call, they are freaking warmed up and they're ready to go and they're hyped. And then what we want to dial in is the actual sales framework. We wanna make sure that we have a defined framework on how we're getting our customers from A to Z. And it really comes down to a couple of different things. So basically we have like the discovery section, which will be like current situation. And then we do the problem solution awareness. So basically what we're doing is we're saying, okay, when it comes to XYZ leads, whatever their current situation, whatever their desire is, what is the goal from now? What's been stopping you from getting there? And then once they say exactly what's been stopping them, then we need to go deeper on these, and they become very problem aware. Then a commitment. Cool, you're looking for someone to do this for you. Like, are you ready to do this like today? Or is this like a next year thing? Or what does that look like? And then you do presentation and then objection handling. Use this framework, slap this into ChatGPT, and this will be a really solid framework on getting you from where you are to where you want to go from a sales perspective. Okay, and then the last real thing would just be like follow-up system. Like you need a CRM. We use Go High Level and we automate all of our follow-ups. We have automations going out for follow-ups for people who didn't close, automatically go into a Slack channel, and we're organizing all of them inside of the CRM of Go High Level. So that is absolutely paramount. So from a KPI and expectation perspective, what you should aim for is, let's just do 25% close, assuming your process is really dialed and you're only getting people who are qualified that are actually jumping on the call. So next would be fulfillment. So one of the things that we do inside of Agency U is we literally just copy and paste a whole operating system inside of agencies, because a lot of the agencies that we work with just do not have a fulfillment system in place. What we basically give them is we teach and coach them on the agency operating system, which is basically the infrastructure that we use to scale to multiple seven figures inside of our agency. And we literally copy and paste it inside of their business so they have access to everything which you're seeing literally right now. Everything from the client directory to the fulfillment funnel, to the views for the team, to the sales views for the setter, to the closer, all that sort of stuff. Literally all in here. SOP library, finances. There's just so much that goes into it. We have an advanced version as well. So a couple systems that I would want to highlight is, one, you need a client's OS. This is basically a place to store all your client information from a fulfillment perspective. You just need like that central hub, I guess you would call it, with like all of the client information, contact, contract, onboarding information, logos, meeting notes, all that sort of stuff should store there. And then you need a fulfillment system as well. And the fulfillment system, basically what you want it to do is you want to be able to manage your fulfillment from A to Z without it freaking breaking every single time, or without it being a headache, or without it being a scramble. So this includes stuff like the onboarding. This includes stuff like the fulfillment. This includes all of it wrapped into one, so that you just have one central hub for everything. Like that's what we have inside of our fulfillment funnel. Basically, this is where we can create the projects and the tasks. And once somebody actually does a project, then it will go through the whole fulfillment system. It'll assign views, it'll assign tasks to people. There's templates in here. You can see everything depending on your agency. If it's like lead gen agency, it's completely different. If it's a content agency, it's completely different. Like this is the key to hitting 100K a month without wanting to rip your freaking hair out. Okay, and last but not least is hiring. If we go back, we can see we already know who we need, but how do we hire people? Something that we call the talent acquisition funnel. What this is involved is, one, we're gonna have a job description 2.0. And basically the job description 2.0, it's going to entail roles, responsibility, smart expectation per role. We're creating the roles, we're creating the responsibilities, and we're creating the smart expectations and KPIs per each role. And that way we have something that we can actually measure against it. Next is we create an intake form. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a questionnaire. It'll be probably 10 to 20 different questions. This can be in Google form. Then we post the job. We basically post the job anywhere humanly possible. We're driving traffic to the intake form. What the intake form will do is you'll start to get a bunch of people filling it out. And now what we're able to do from the intake form is simply start to vet. I will do like the first round, and I will do Loom request. So I'll go through the people that actually filled out the form, and I'll pick out maybe my top 5, my top 10, and I'll say, cool, send me a Loom video explaining why you're excited about this role, why you think you're a fit for this, and what's most intriguing on our website, whatever. Something personal that actually takes some research that would allow them to do it. Once I do that, then that's when you can actually have the first interview. Then after you have the interview, and then depending on the role, we'll come up with some sort of like test work. After they pass the test work is when they can actually do like a 30-day trial. That is how I hire good people. This is the track to 100K a month. These are the pillars that you really need to nail in order to scale. And guys, if you're watching this and you're like, dude, this sounds freaking amazing. I have no idea how to do this. This was a lot of good information. I just need some help with this. Click the link below and we will jump on a call with you and share more about how we can literally do this for you, install and implement all of this stuff inside of your agency, literally within the first week of working together. And we'll work with you one-to-one and install it inside of your agency for you. We have everything, all of this templated, copy and pasted, because we've already done it for ourselves multiple times. We've done it for ourselves. We've scaled our agencies ourselves, myself and our co-founder, Gilberto, and we know exactly, we have the systems already made that are proven, bulletproof, and working. So if you want more information on that, click the link down below and book a call with us and our team and see if you could be a fit for Agency U. Otherwise, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.